You don't know what's out there.
That's why I would go.
Hi, and welcome to Wild Dream, where we give you the freshest takes on the latest movies. My name is David.
My name is Daniel.
And we're back! I know you guys were like, when are they going to say we're back?
Like,
we're waiting. Okay, so no, I'm waiting for a we're back, and then as soon as they see it, I'm going to lose my mind. I'm going to lose my mind. I'm waiting for the we're back. I'm waiting for the...
yeah, it's been a while, and if you are a loyal follower, if you're a loyal listener,
if you're a lawyer
listener, we got some stuff to run by you.
Yeah. There's a reason we've been on break.
We're in hot water. Yeah. If you follow us on Instagram, that means that you are a loyal listener. That means that you go above and beyond. It's not just listening to the episodes, it's also supporting us and following us on the socials. And that would mean that you've seen a video from me addressing why we've been on break, and that is because I have just moved.
Yeah. We have other sounds, I promise.
I moved. Now, that's a combination of I moved and it took a lot of... I was unavailable for streaming. I was unavailable for podcasting, all that stuff, right? Then, so it's naturally, but about a week before, maybe a week after that, I can't remember, the movie releases were like, I think like Her Private Hell, and I don't know, like just...
And the Eli Roth movie.
The Sex Purge movie.
Dude,
it was just dog shit. And I was like, hey.
And one of the best years for movies since the pod has ever come out.
Right. We finally hit like a real lull.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh man, me and Dave were like, should we go see the Sex Purge movie?
And here's what's funny about the movie we saw today. We booked tickets 3 weeks in advance because I was like, that is the only movie for the next 3 weeks we're going to go see. Right. So I was like, fuck it. I'll just use my AMC list for that today.
See, that's kind of what's a bummer about it is like there was a lull, but now the movies are stacking up on top of each other, and it's like we'll see what our release schedule looks like for the pod.
Yeah.
Because we might have to see some movies. There's a chance we might see some movies that have already been out. But yeah, it's like we hit a lull, then I start moving, and it's like, okay, now we're all busy all the time, and Dave just started a new job. Wait a minute. We can't say Burger King anymore.
Right, because they don't both work for Burger King.
Fuck. Okay, so should we establish that now for the lore?
Yes, David has gotten a new job, okay? David works for Panda Express.
Panda Express. Where do I work? I'm going to say Long John Silver's.
Okay, so Dan's working for Long John Silver's these days. And I'm working at Panda.
And you're at Panda. And so so we've had a lot of life events happening at the same time as that lull. Then it's like, okay, we're so back. We are free. We're available. We can do this. Let's go see Tony. And by the time it's like, okay, Tony's coming out in wide release. So is like End of Oak Street has been out now for a little bit.
Yep.
Which I was interested in seeing. Now Camp Miasma, I'm not saying the full name of that movie. It's horrible. But yeah. Camp Miasma, which I really do want to go see, is also out. Wide release, same weekend as Tony.
Yep.
And then next week, Buddy comes out, which I'm interested in seeing. It's like, oh no, now they're starting to stack, and it's like we can't do them all at once, obviously.
Right.
If we were jobless as fuck, though,
that would be cool.
Should I quit Long John Silver's?
Quit our jobs
you quit
and
Panda.
Just watch movies,
dude.
How would we afford AMC A-list though?
Oh, no shot. You know what was funny? I mentioned this as well on the Instagram. So I've been re-listening to all of our Halloween spooktaculars just to get like it's about to be that time, right?
Oh yeah, about to be spooky season.
I mean, it's right there.
In my household, it's been in my first of all, it's been in my heart since November last year. But yeah, right. It is spooky season, guys.
So I'm just like, let's revisit it for the fun, for the memories, and. One of the most interesting tidbits I got from that was we announced in our 2022 Halloween Spooktacular, we not announced, but we mentioned, hey, we just mentioned, like on the last episode or so, that we switched from Regal to AMC A-List.
Wow.
We had just made that switch. maybe it was either 2022 or 2023. I can't remember. Maybe 2023. So it's like one of these older ones from years ago. And we go, yeah, so we just switched to AMC A-List, and it's nice. It's only $20 a month for 4 movies.
3 movies a week.
For 3 movies a week. It's only $20 a month. And it's now like 30 plus. It's like $32 after tax, I think.
Yeah.
And it's only been like, again, 3 or 4 years.
Yeah.
That's insane. Like, it really made me go like, God damn, life is so fucking expensive. Like, everything is rising exponentially at a rate that cannot be kept up with.
Yeah.
And just hearing that, like, actually, I was like, oh my
50%
God.
inflation on AMC A-List, yeah.
What was funny about it, too, is hearing us talk about something in the first Spooktacular, and then in the second Spooktacular talking about that same thing and going, I don't know if we've talked about this before. It was so funny. Like,
that is so us, bro.
I know. The one I'm like most caught up on is I'm still in the middle of it, but I'm finally watching the one where we decided, hey, let's try and live stream this.
Right.
Which was 2024, I believe.
Did that go well? I don't remember.
The audio is pretty bad. It keeps going in and out of like room audio, and then it was weird, and then this audio. So I'm watching that one. Literally the Spooktacular right before it. It ends with us talking about like alien horror, and I was like, yeah, like alien horror, I feel like it has like potential, but it doesn't really get tapped into a lot. I know like The Fourth Kind was a big deal and blah blah blah. And Taylor's like, I don't know, I don't think aliens are scary. That shit's so stupid. And then the next Halloween Spooktacular, the live stream one, we're like, hey guys, we just saw VHS Beyond. This is all like alien horror. And I was like, dude, I feel like alien horror has so much potential. And then Taylor's like, I don't know. I don't think that shit, like literally,
Yeah.
like the end.
If we are nothing but consistent.
I know, right? I was like, the end of our last Spooktacular is the exact way it starts in our next. It's really funny. I was like, man.
That is pretty funny, yeah.
But it is like a TV show where it's like, oh, we're just picking up from the last episode. It's cool. But it's been a lot of fun re-listening to those, and it's made me, and dude, I'm just being so real. I was watching those because it was spooky season, but also because I was like, dude, I don't get to see you and Taylor as often as we used to. And then we haven't done the pod in a while. And I was like, dude, I kind of miss it. And then I'm like, if only there was just days and days worth of content for me to.
Years.
Yeah, you know, it's like, so that's been a lot of fun. And then, now we're at a point where we have so many good movies on the horizon that are coming out. So
yeah, and our schedules are getting a little bit more normalized now that I'm settling into the new job. You have actually finally moved into the new place. We should be back on track. But yeah, the thing is that, you know, for most people out there, they're like, oh, well, these two guys, like, you know, they're brothers. They work together. They stream together. They podcast together. They work out together when they're both working out. And
which is like all the time,
and then which is like pretty much constantly, and then you're like, and then we tell people all the time about that, and then we're like, yeah, and we never get sick of each other, and people are like, how is that possible? We're like, we don't know, it's been this way for like 5 years. Now we don't work together, and it's like, this fucking sucks. Yeah, it's like it's not like, oh, thank God I can get away from that guy for fucking 8 hours a day. I'm like, man, I have no one to talk to at work now.
Yeah, and you're talking about shit that happens over there at Panda, and I'm like, I don't even know what orange chicken is. Like, I know fish, bro.
I'm like, and I just started at Panda, so I'm like, I know chicken. Orange, you're gonna have to help me out. You're gonna have to help me out. So I'm like, there's teriyaki. That sounds made up. That sounds like a made up word.
At Burger King, we had like our shared language, you know.
Yes,
like,
we knew burgers and fries.
And then obviously back when we first started this podcast, when we worked at Arby's, like
which was just meat and fries. You know,
it was like that shared language, shorthand. So yeah, that's what it is. So
and now I'm doing Pai Thai fad map food. I don't even know.
Did you say slur in there somewhere?
Yes.
But we say all that to say it's been a while. We are totally back. Obviously, I hope that it hasn't felt too chaotic for our listeners. I'm sure that they were on their hands and fucking knees. Where are they? Please, I need my wild dream. All of our listeners. So I just wanted to explain why we've been gone for a while, but we are so effing back. And funny enough, one of our maybe still the favorite movie of the year is a movie we did not do an episode for on the podcast.
Correct.
And that was Nirvana the band, the show.
The movie. Nirvana the band, the show, the movie.
Nirvana the band, the show, the movie. And
so that was like our introduction to Matt Johnson and Jay McCarroll.
Yes.
And so this is Matt Johnson's second directorial feature of the year.
Of the year. He's got 2 movies out this year, which is like always impressive, right?
Yeah. The movie that we just saw is Tony. Which this movie is a biopic about Antonio Banderas.
Of course.
From before when he used to go by Tony.
When he used to go by Tony, and he was a mentor in a kitchen.
And
it was really fast. He should have got more screen time in this.
I was surprised.
Really
I was surprised that Antonio Banderas was in the movie playing himself by a different name. Like they didn't call him Tony.
Exactly.
I was very confusing.
Very meta, and you would expect that from Matt. You would expect that from Matt. So here's the thing. We loved Nirvana, the band, the show, the movie. It gave us, obviously, that was our introduction to the entire world of that series, which is from like 10 years ago from a now dead channel of Viceland. But it made us go, wow, we need to check out some more of their stuff. So I check out another biopic called Blackberry, directed by Matt Johnson.
Right. And Matt Johnson's in as well.
And so, yeah, and he's also in it. And so I'm like, I watch it, and I'm just like, well, it's a biopic about a phone. Like, are we, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't expect much. I loved it. I was like, dude, this is, if I were to rate it on the podcast, I thought it was a 7 out of 10. And so I'm like, this is really good. I was so surprised at how well this flowed.
Especially for a biopic.
Exactly.
It's another one of those movies where I'm like, man, I really hope the Blackberry takes off.
Right.
It's like, well, yeah, of course it does. I hope the iPhone doesn't kill the Blackberry.
Oh, no. The Blackberry is going to stick around, right?
Yeah, the Blackberry is going to never get killed by Apple, right?
Right. So it's like that, which we've already, we preach about that all the time, the downfalls of biopics.
Yeah.
And so I went in with low, it was like, well, Matt Johnson's so talented, like, who knows? And then, but still going, well, it's a biopic. Then I ended up loving it to the point where I was like, David now owns it on physical media, and I still I'm going to eventually own it. I was like, this is one of the best biopics I've seen. And then, so that's why I'm prefacing all this, which
you can still get pregnant from preface.
Thank you. And that we are legally required to say that. I'm prefacing all this to say, like, that's why I was so excited for this biopic that I otherwise would be like, get the fuck out of here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's such a...
Now, I will say, of the biopics that we most often complain about, I will say the music biopics are the most annoying ones.
For sure.
Like, because they're the most, like, cash grab, Oscar bait, like, fucking just complete revisionist history bullshit. Whereas I think this movie, like, the promotion of it was where they were like, okay, well, first of all, we're not trying to go through this guy's entire life. That was the big part of the promotion. It's like, oh, it's not a biopic about the entire life and career and blah, blah, blah of this person. Whereas all these music biopics are kind of like that. Like, oh, yeah, we're going to go when he was a kid, and then when he grew up, and then when he made this, when he became famous, when he grew doubtful, he had drugs, and blah, 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 blah. And it's like, because of that, you're like underplaying so much of their life because you are trying to fit an entire person's life into a 2-hour movie. Mm-hmm. And so I was like, okay, well, at least this movie's not doing that. They're just sticking to like a very contained story that just happens to be about this guy.
Yeah, it's a snapshot.
And the other thing was that, we were told that, this was not supposed to be a flattering portrayal of this character or of this person. It's not supposed to be like, oh, we watch this and we go, man, he was a really good guy.
Right, which seems to be
what they were going for in every other biopic. Yeah.
Every other biopic is, like you said, it's just like there's something so phony about it, and not even in its revisionist history. It's like this is literally just this is a feature-length commercial. They're just trying to get you to download the songs and stream the songs for revenue. That's what they're doing. It's the same shit with Minecraft movies. It's the same shit with the Barbie movie. It's like everything feels like it's just selling you something. It's selling a product. And it's like, once you see the Minecraft movie, you're going to want to go play Minecraft. Didn't you say even like when you went to see Mortal Kombat, you're like, I kind of want to play Mortal Kombat now?
Yeah, 100%.
It's like all this stuff is like, a lot of it is so branded, and it's just like, it's just selling you something, right?
Yeah.
And so... yeah, this was promoted a lot better of like, this is and so there's another biopic coming out this year that we're excited for in prime time. Yeah. And I think that one's similar to this one in the sense of, one, it seems to not really be trying to portray the main focus in a positive light.
Yeah, like we're not going to go, man, he was a really complex genius.
Yeah.
Like that's not what we're going to think at the end of prime time.
It looks to be like a very human story. And two, just like at least in my case, for Anthony Bourdain and Chris Hansen, I don't really know a lot about them.
Right.
So it's like, I'm already just
it's
like,
not Air. It's not in the movie Air where we're like, oh, who's ever heard of this Michael Jordan guy?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, or like the Serena Williams King Richard one that came out.
Yeah.
And I mean, dude, apparently one of the worst movies this year, from what I've heard from a lot of content creators, is Michael, which are you like, come on. You know what I mean? Like Michael Jackson.
Which made $1 billion, by the way.
Yeah,
in that movie.
dude, it's disgusting. But the biopic craze, right, has been a very, unfortunately, long sustained thing.
Yeah.
It's still going. And I do think that there is a way to go about it to make it interesting. I mean, I think Oppenheimer was great at it.
Yeah.
Now, do I want to have to commit to 3 hours to get a good biopic? No, please.
Do I ever want to watch Oppenheimer again? I doubt I'll sit down for that one again. I'm sorry.
So that's why I loved Blackberry so much, is I was like, this is short. It's funny, but it's also serious at times. It has incredible performances. It's filmed in a very
of the time way, kind of.
Like, yeah, I don't even know how to explain it. I mean, it's the same style of Nirvana, the band, the show. It's just so active. All of the camera movement is so active. So it makes the movie feel even better paced than it already is.
Yeah.
So I was really hoping for that with this movie. And so with Tony, getting into... Tony! Getting
What's
into...
this one's about?
Anthony Bourdain.
Soprano, though.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's about Tony Soprano, of course. The biopic of Tony Soprano.
The biopic?
By the way, something that would sell like crazy if they actually did that. Not even James Gandolfini. It's
a biopic of Tony Soprano, who was a fictional character.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, okay, so, Anthony Bourdain. I'm done doing the Tony bits, guys. I'm not going to keep naming other people named Tony. Now, this one is about
Tony the Tiger and his rise to the kind of underworld of crime. And how
yes. I was trying to think.
There was cocaine in the cereal.
I was trying to think of. So this. Okay, so this biopic, let's get real, guys. Can we stop, please?
All right.
Okay,
Come on.
This biopic is about the former quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys and about how he went to Maine, I think, to cook, to become a chef.
Yeah, or something. It's kind of weird. They don't mention football once.
I don't remember him doing this before football.
They don't mention the football shit
I know he
once.
was undrafted, but they don't even mention football in this movie. This is, of course, Tony Romo. Okay, guys, stop. We're not going to keep mentioning other Tonys.
All right. So,
Anthony Bourdain.
Spoiler-free thoughts on Tony.
It was all right. It was pretty good. It was a very inoffensive movie about like something that's like just kind of cheesy and cutesy most of the time. It gets like a little bit heavy at times with the portrayal of drug use and addiction of the time. But yeah, it's like a fucking, I don't know. It's just like a feel good story in a way. Like it's like what it's supposed to be. And I think that it's just, like I said, it's just a very inoffensive movie. It doesn't do anything like extremely impressive in terms of filmmaking. Like there's nothing that I'm like really, really like, oh my God, like this, and I think the performances are great. Like, don't get me wrong. I really do. But I just think that like, yeah, there's nothing in it that I'm like, oh man, like this is the most unique thing I've seen all year, or I've never seen anything like this in a movie. Like it's pretty standard in that way, in my mind.
Yeah, I think this movie is just mid as fuck. Just mid. It is so... Unfortunately, like my main thought when we were walking out of the theater was like, what the fuck was the point of that movie? I really felt that. I was like... This so easily could not have ever been made, and the world would be fine. Like, I'm so sorry, but like, and that seems like a harsh criticism for something that I just said is mid and not bad. You know what I mean?
Right.
But it's like,
but it is like it's like a wallpaper of a movie.
I could see this being on FX. You know what I mean? Like,
but not even though, because FX usually either has like movies that are too good to be on television or movies that are so bad people forgot about them, and like that's how you define an FX movie. This is like, I don't know, man. Like, I feel like I've seen more inspired stuff from like Netflix originals. Like it's a very uninspired movie.
Yeah, I didn't get anything out of this.
Yeah.
I didn't get anything out of this. I really mean it. I'm like, yeah.
I mean, I did get a craving for seafood. After like kind of one of the scenes, I was like, I could go for some like a lobster bisque right now.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't think...
Is that something? Is that what the movie was going for?
I don't think it reaches a certain point of... Like, it doesn't reach a height of anything that it sort of maybe dips its toes into.
Yeah. Like the rewatchability of this movie is almost none, and it's not has anything to do with spoilers. There's no like big spoiler that's like, oh, the rewatchability is lower because of this. It's just like you watch this movie and you get as much out of it as you could get out of it, and then that's it. Like, you know, some movies you could like watch over and over and over again and still feel like there's something about it that you just get out of it every time you watch it. This movie, I just like this movie is like one step above like Sheep Detective for me. You know, in terms like I'm just like, oh, just a very inoffensive kind of, you know, middle of the road wallpaper movie that I'm gonna forget about in a week or two.
Yeah, I think a big fault of it too is. So it's a period piece as well. I mean, it takes place during the 1970s, and I noticed like there's a big scene that happens on a beach, right? And so everything that is what we're supposed to be focusing on, all these actors, Tony and the girl he has a crush on, they all are super 70s-ified, right?
Right.
With the bell-bottom type jeans and like the hairstyles, all of it. But if you look in the background, everyone just looks fucking modern day. Right. It was bugging me so badly. I was like, did you guys give a fuck at all about making the entire world feel like the 70s and not just the main characters feel like they're in the 70s? It drove me kind of insane. His buddy, who he starts kind of hanging out with that he meets through the restaurant, not at any point throughout the entire movie is anything that he wears, says, or does feel like it's from the 70s.
Right.
He is a modern day character just hanging out with guys in the 70s. Yeah. Like, I was like, they don't give a fuck about really making a world that feels able to be believed in terms of it being a period piece.
Right.
Other than just Tony and the girl he has a crush on. That's like the only two that I got 70s vibes from.
Right.
It's like, I'm telling you, so that beach scene, I was
but
like...
even there are scenes of her where I'm just like, yeah, I could see a girl... And I understand retro fashion always comes back, but there were scenes like when she first sees him on the pier, I was like, the outfit she was wearing there, I was like, yeah, that's just a modern day outfit. Like, she just looks like a regular girl. That's
what I'm saying. Like, I remember specifically, like, on the beach scene, there's like a family walking by in the background, and the dad is wearing... He looks like literally someone that'd be walking down Panama City Beach. He has on like I don't know what the brand name is, like PFG or PGF type shirt with the little back flap on it, and he's wearing like really long shorts that go past his knees, and I'm like... Until the Fab Five were doing their thing, no one was doing that. You know what I mean? Like, right. It would just look like a modern day dad on vacation. And I was like, it just took me so out of the movie. And I know I feel like it's probably a little nitpicky, but it's just like, dude, I forgot this was supposed to take place in the 70s. Like, yeah. I just did. I was like, oh yeah.
Another thing, too, is I feel like we were excited to see the title card where it says music by Jay McCarroll because we love Nirvana, the band, the show, the movie. And we're like, hey, Jay McCarroll, he's the music guy. Hey, cool. And then, like, the only significant music in the entire movie is Needle Drops. Just like Needle Drops.
True, it's a lot of copyrighted music.
And I was just like, okay. I mean, there's like no music in the movie. It's like they gave our boy a credit just for 10 minutes worth of score.
He has a little bit of piano. Like when you hear some of the piano happening during some scenes, you're like, there he is. You know what I mean? You can really feel it and hear it. But even then, that brings up another point that I was thinking about too. They fucking really overuse music in this movie. It's present throughout the whole, like it's like,
and it feels like every period piece biopic does this.
God, it's just like let a conversation happen without music in the background, please. Like they really, really overdo it with the music in this. But I do want to like address your mention of like the performances, because I did like the performances in this movie, that's one of those shared things of like obviously talent of the actors, but then director, like just getting a good performance out of people is important. And luckily for Stavros' character, he just plays Stavros.
Oh, literally. I mean, but that's you're talking about a comedian directing a comedian. Like he knows, like, oh yeah, just let him.
And his character is like a guy who works in the kitchen. And like as someone who worked in that environment, you know, I'm not claiming to have worked on the line, but I've worked with kitchens for a long time. This is very accurate. Yeah. Like it did feel they are very juvenile and silly, and like they're very like. Yeah, it's just the way that they behave is very accurate to what I'm used to. So I did appreciate that. And again, it's just like, I guess it's a coming of age story.
It's very much a coming of age story. Like that's quite literally, because it's about him running away from home. I mean, it's literally a coming of age story.
So, and it just, I've seen so many movies, so many coming of age stories that are so much better. That are just so much better and actually get to something. This feels like it always shies away from getting to something real. It's just so inconsequential to me.
And the biggest issue, which is like, this is not even a spoiler because you guys know that it's a biopic about Anthony Bourdain. The entire movie leads up to I hope he wants to be a chef.
For sure.
It's like I really hope he takes to this cooking thing.
Yeah,
it's like it's a biopic about, and like we're like to the point where the ending of the movie we're like, oh yeah, he's gonna go be a chef. Yeah, we knew that. Like they were like, it was like supposed to be like this big reveal. Like, oh, he actually decides to become a chef. We're like, yeah, we know it's a biopic about Anthony Bourdain.
Right?
The fuck, like I don't know. It's just so like uninspired. Like that's what like the word that keeps coming to my head. I'm just like, it just feels like. Again, like this was just not a story that needed to be told, and it was fine. It's not like offensively bad in any way, but it is not like a great movie.
It's so forgettable.
It's not a movie like Blackberry where they do so much to make scenes like exciting and worth it. Like I've seen like fan edits of scenes from Blackberry.
Yeah.
You know, he's like, I'm from Waterloo where the vampires live. Like it's like these fucking scenes with this huge, big emotions and these huge, big moments where just like you feel like the energy and the impact and the like all these things about this movie. Like Blackberry just grows from this tiny, cramped little claustrophobic office into this like big corporate thing, and people start to change as people, and they make them look different because they're changing as people. And like there's one character in the movie in all of Blackberry who doesn't lose his hair. There's only one, and it's because like his hair doesn't go white, and he doesn't lose any of it because he's the only one who's not stressed about shit throughout the entire movie. So it's like these little details that you can pick up on and go, oh, like there's so much to get out of this movie as a film, like a person who loves film.
Yeah.
You know, even though we know the story, there's a lot of inspired filmmaking where they go, oh, we want to do this, this, and this because these decisions about filmmaking add to this element of storytelling that's like creative and original and exciting, you know? Whereas in this movie, there's just nothing exciting about the movie.
Yeah, it's super like it just, I think when I said FX, I think it just feels like a made for TV movie. And like I with Blackberry, you're right. It's like that, the extra layers of stuff like that, of noticing the character that doesn't lose hair as they get older, or the just beautiful storytelling technique and filmmaking technique of having this circle be closed from starting off with this speaker issue and that buzzing sound and the way that the film ends, that like showing what is happening in that way without words, that's beautiful to me. That's such good filmmaking, such good storytelling that you can have this little motif open and close the film that says so much more than you could say in dialogue.
Yeah.
And I love that. And it's like, yeah, that's what I was hoping for with this, like getting a lot out of this.
They do try to sandwich this movie too. They try and sandwich it with the same ending scene as they have the opening scene.
Yeah, to spoil something without spoiling it, there's a shot in the trailer that is the final shot of the film.
Yeah, what's up with that?
What was up with that? And it's the cheesiest way you could do it. It's the cheesiest way you could end this movie. I'm sorry, but oh my God, dude, fuck off with this. Like I was so, maybe that's why I'm so sour on it, is because the final shot is what I'm like, what I was left with. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. That from the trailer is the what? It's like if, I always have this too with album single releases. Like sometimes bands will release a single and it's the final track on the album, and I'm like, no, don't do that.
Don't do that.
Don't do that. Save that and make it big. And like, it's the same with the trailer. I was like, damn it, you got to be kidding me. So I was I was bummed out about that. The actor in this movie who plays the
Titular Tony?
No, he did a great job. He felt and sounded a lot like Anthony Bourdain. That's the thing too, is like, I'm not super familiar with Anthony Bourdain. When he was really, really popular, at that time, I was such an Andrew Zimmern head, for lack of a better term. Like, I loved Bizarre Foods.
And Guy Fieri.
I didn't get into until later in life, but like, I loved Andrew Zimmern. I was like, dude, this guy rocks. Like he went and tried the craziest shit. And I was so focused on Andrew Zimmern's show. I even watched a lot of like a little bit later too, like Man vs. Food, shit like that.
Yeah.
And it's like, I missed a lot of the Anthony Bourdain stuff, and I would see clips of some of his show, and then I would see excerpts from some of his writing that I was like, man, I like his attitude, and I like the way that he looks at the world. So it's funny that I've never...
Because he's like a super hardcore foodie guy who would also eat at McDonald's and be like, this is great.
Yeah.
He
never let pretension take him over, ever.
Whereas like my favorite food guy, I'm a huge Gordon Ramsay fan, who is the most pretentious fucking foodie douchebag of all time. Like
something with Gordon that I would compare to with Bourdain. Like what I was really impressed with some of the Bourdain stuff that I was exposed to was like, oh, he is like genuinely connecting humanity to culinary stuff.
Yeah.
And I just don't get that from, now to be fair, the only thing I've seen from Gordon is Kitchen Nightmares. Right. I haven't seen Hell's Kitchen or whatever 100 shows he has. Gordon Ramsay versus Sharknado or whatever I don't know what.
He has so many. No, and he has restaurant, 24-hour restaurant rescue. Like he would go to places and literally fix an entire menu and then the entire restaurant in 24 hours. Like Kitchen Nightmares been 24 hours. Like shit like that. Yeah. I love Gordon Ramsay. You know, me and Taylor watch Hell's Kitchen. We also watch MasterChef. Like we've watched like all fucking billion seasons of MasterChef. USA only.
That's the guy from Halo, right? Master Chef, Master Chief, guys, come on.
Fuck you! Fuck you, dude!
I thought that was, especially at that time, very refreshing, because like the whole Man versus Food thing, a show that I did watch, it's so gimmicky. Like that's so gimmicky. But Andrew Zimmern and then the excerpts of what I've seen from Anthony Bourdain just seem to connect humanity and culture to food. And it was really impressive how they did that. And there was no gimmicks about it to me.
Yeah.
So
and I think it is I will give it credit at least for choosing this story to tell, because this is not a story about Anthony Bourdain that we've already known because it happened on TV when he was on TV, you know? Mm-hmm. This is not like a part of his life that was already filmed and shown to us. Like that's one of the things that I think, so like, you know, when we do Bohemian Rhapsody and we end the movie on the Live Aid performance from Queen, it's like we have footage of this. Like we've seen the actual Freddie Mercury do this. I don't really care to see a guy doing an impression of Freddie Mercury doing this for a movie. Like it's not nearly as cool or impressive. So like this is a movie where it's like, oh, the stuff that Anthony Bourdain did very publicly and on TV and whatever for years, that's not what this movie is about. So I do respect it for making that not part of the story. Like I hated even they do that in all the music biopics. They do like some kind of big concert or whatever of like, we have footage of this. We don't have to watch a fucking guy do this.
Yeah, you know? Yeah. All this like fake, of course, like what we recorded this in one take. You know, revisionist history and there was a line in the Air trailer that me and you rolled our eyes at every time. I don't remember what it was. It was something about naming the shoe. And he's like, you know, but it was essentially like, what about Air Jordan? And he's like, no, it doesn't sound good.
Yeah, something like
that. Oh my God, they're not going to choose Air. That's what they're called though now. They didn't like it at first.
Right.
Little did they know that's the name. That's what the name of the shoe is going to be. That's freaking awesome. What? Like, I hate that shit. I mean, that's what makes that's what's so, although he's a fucking asshole, he's very talented. Quentin Tarantino, the way that he approaches historical subjects and goes, what if we did something completely different and didn't make it accurate?
Yeah.
What if we did something totally different with Nazi Germany and the way that war ended? What if we did like the days of apartheid and slavery, but we did something different? It flip it on its head. What if like that's what what makes Once Upon a Time in Hollywood so satisfying to me is that I actually did not see what was coming at the end when they start doing the Manson shit.
Yeah.
I was like,
because it didn't play out the way it actually plays out.
Yeah, it's like he has so much fun with completely changing history.
Yeah.
Instead of trying to let's do shot for shot of the Live Aid performance.
Yeah.
It's like, look, it looks just like it. And I'm like, like you said, there's footage of it.
And I'd rather watch the actual Freddie Mercury do this.
What do you get out of that? I just don't get anything out of that. So you're right. The approach to this of going, hey, this is like a snapshot of when he was really young.
And no one filmed any of this.
Exactly.
There's barely any. There's one picture of this restaurant. You know.
You don't get there's no point in this movie where it's like, yeah, apparently I got hit up to maybe do this TV show for something called Travel Network. Like what the?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You don't get that bullshit.
Yeah.
So
you don't
it's
get
like,
the Forrest Gump like he invested in some kind of fruit company and it was Apple computers. Yeah.
Exactly. So like you're right. It's like that was the right approach for this for sure. And again, the performances are good. It's
Antonio Banderas is really good in this movie. I think that he was the right casting for this role because he is a very like just at this point in his life like the age that he is. The just like stoicism of the character that he plays is something that's honestly like really refreshing, especially because my Antonio Banderas is fucking the dad from Spy Kids. Like you have to understand, like I've only seen him be goofy silly because I know him from Puss in Boots. I know him from Spy Kids. I know him from even Zorro.
Zorro, dude. I was thinking that.
It's like he's very
loud,
big and loud, and like in silly, goofy. Like that's who Antonio Banderas is to me. For sure. I haven't seen like Interview with the Vampire. I don't know what he's like in that. You know what I'm saying? But like for me, my experience with him has always been loud and big and action packed,
over the top,
and over the top. Whereas now I'm seeing him as this very stoic, like quiet, like. Underspoken person, and he did an amazing job. Yeah,
there's a scene I want to talk about in spoiler talk that I really that did give me that. Oh, this is good filmmaking. This is good storytelling. This is nice. This is understated. It's subtle. With his character, that I really
it's
enjoyed.
Always with his character that it's understated.
It kind of is. Yeah. I think I've said pretty much everything I need to say with spoiler free talk. Again, it's just so mid. It's like it's not offensively. The movie as a whole is not offensively bad. There's only a few things that I thought were just straight up bad, but there's also some stuff that I thought was straight up good. But it's just my whole take on it is just the whole story and everything I got out of it was just nothing. It was so shallow to me. Everything felt really shallow.
I don't want you guys to hear mid and hear bad. Yeah. That's not what we're trying to say.
Exactly.
Like
middle of the road.
If you went to go see this movie, you wouldn't be like that movie didn't suck. They said it sucked. No, we didn't. No, we did not say it sucked.
Exactly. And we've talked about
this is the exact like thing with the fucking Red Bull Lime and Timothy. Timothy sent us the Red Bull Lime and he said it was all right. He said it was meh. And then Daniel said, "Oh, that sucks. I really wanted to try it." And he said, "You still can. It's meh. I didn't say it sucked."
Yeah.
And then we were like, "Yeah, didn't Timothy hate that?" He said, "No, I never said that." Yeah. He's like, for whatever reason, like because we were expecting him to love it because he loves lime, like fucking to the death of it. He loves lime and he loves Red Bull. We were like, "Oh, Timothy's going to love this Red Bull Lime." So when he said it was meh, we were like, "That means he hated it and it fucking sucked." That's not what we're saying about this movie.
Right,
we anticipated liking this movie because Matt Johnson made it, and we came out going meh. It's not a bad movie.
Yeah.
There are bad movies.
Language is funny like that, though. That happened to me recently. When I was talking to Michelle, I was saying chocolate is probably my least favorite ice cream flavor. And she was like, "Oh, you don't like chocolate ice cream?" I was like, "No, out of all my favorites, it's my least favorite." You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if I've ever had a bite of ice cream that I thought was bad. Like, ice cream rocks.
I would never get just plain chocolate ice cream.
It's just the
but
last
if someone
choice.
gave me plain chocolate ice cream, I'd eat the fuck out of it.
It's ice
cream.
I was like, "Oh, she's so right to assume that. That does sound like I don't like it. It's my least favorite."
Right.
But it's like language is funny that way. So yeah, you're right. It's like that happens to us. It happens to me and you a lot. I'll be
100%.
Dude, I'll be like, Dave would be like, "Dude, have you tried the Biscoff blah 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 or something?" And I'll be like, "I've never had it." And he'll be like, "He fucking hates it." he'll tell people, yeah, Daniel hates like the biscuit. I was like, I've never had it. I've never tried it.
Yeah.
They're like, oh yeah, because you wouldn't eat it if you hated it. So you must hate it.
Or even I'm like, Dan doesn't eat Takis. He hates me.
Right.
Dan doesn't love me as a person.
Right. So yeah, it's we don't hate this movie. We don't think it's bad. I personally think it's middle of the road.
Yeah, if you went to go see it, you probably wouldn't like be that upset that you went to go see it, but there's better movies out, I'm sure, and worse movies out for sure. But yeah, I mean, this is also one that if someone said, yeah, I'm going to wait for streaming, I'd be like, yeah, sure.
Yeah, this movie made me so much more excited to see Camp Miasma. Yeah. Like, I'm just like, yeah, I want to see something
that movie's either going to be amazing or terrible.
Exactly. It's like, it's going to be so out there. It's going to be so creative and full of a lot of stuff I was missing from this. So, but with all that said, it's time to get into spoiler talk. David, are you ready?
Yes, chef.
All right, I need 155 tacos, 200 burgers, or whatever they said in that show, ASAP.
Burgers,
but I also need a couple of these oysters shucked. You got this, kid?
Heard, chef. The oyster died. The oysters are dead.
Still waiting on those oysters, buddy.
The oysters are dead, and I'm stabbed.
How you doing over there?
Oh, good. I'm great.
Actually, he wasn't great. 25 years later, Anthony Bourdain became...
Spoiler alert. Can you guys tell it's been a while that we've taken a bit of a break?
Well, remember when we started this podcast, our whole spoiler... I don't either. Have we put any of these episodes out?
No, hell no. Could you imagine?
Just like Creed's thoughts. Creed's
disgusting,
It's just a Word page. Word document. Here's Tony, and it's time for a rundown. You're gonna fucking rub me down. You're gonna fucking rub me down.
So Tony is about Anthony Bourdain. He goes by Tony. He says he goes, only my mother calls me Tony.
Only my mother calls me Tony.
Anthony. Sorry, only my mother calls me Anthony.
I mean, fuck you.
Fuck. Shit. Fuck. Start over.
All right, shut the production down.
You're not that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy.
We're not doing a movie anymore. Okay. Only my mother calls me Anthony Bourdain.
Only my mother calls me Anthony Bourdain. So yeah, this movie is about Anthony Bourdain as a punk teenage asshole kid. Little fucking stinker, pinker. Troublemaking.
Little hood rat.
Punk. Little punk needs a little ass kicking. I'll bend him over my knees, spike his little ass.
Come here, boy.
Come here, little punk ass.
You little punk.
You little candy ass motherfucker.
You little shit.
You little shit. You little fucking shit.
You know your little hood rat friends.
You want to go out and do whatever fuck you want. I have to bend you over my knee.
Show you some Texas.
Try that shit in my small town.
He's living in a small town.
He's in a very small town.
Riding your fucking bikes fast. Come over here.
Burning restaurants and shit.
Fuck burn down restaurants.
Fuck.
Steal money and shit. Come here.
Making food on the beach and shit. Digging holes in the beach and shit.
Pop the belt. I'm gonna sort your ass out. How old are you? 18? Well, that's 18 whoopers. Come here, motherfucker. Hell, I'll give you one for good measure. Come here. We'll sort you out.
For good measure, bro. Oh, my God. So, Tony.
Listen to loud music.
So, Anthony Bourdain, Tony, in the movie, is trying to get a writing fellowship, but he ends up not getting it, and he lies to everyone, including his parents, that's saying that he got it. He then runs away, and he goes to Cape Cod, where the girl that he has a huge crush on is going to be for the summer. She tells him this at the beginning of the movie. And he lies to her and says, yeah, I'm doing a writing fellowship, but he's actually just a runaway. So he ends up getting drunk at this bar and getting really aggressive with the bartender. So he gets kicked out. But then he ends up waking up on the hammock of the back of this guy's house, who happens to be the guy who runs this restaurant. So the real Tony, Antonio Banderas, who owns this restaurant, is like, I'll let you stay on my hammock, but you have to work in my kitchen for me. So at first he makes him a dishwasher. And because he's this little punk kid who thinks that he knows everything about everything and that he's the smartest fucking person who's ever lived, he's like, I can cook too. And then, they have this scene where they show you how people who work in kitchens are immune to fire. They're basically like Khaleesi.
Dude, the hands.
Yeah. The hands that can just reach into fryers and grab fried food and just put it on a fucking plate. Yeah.
Stavros got his ass. That was a funny prank. He's like, hey, can you, if you're so good at working in a kitchen, just plate these lobsters for me. And he puts a cast iron skillet. That was just in the salamander, by the way. Puts it next to him and is like, here, plate this. And then he grabs it by the handle and immediately burns his hand. And then it shows that one of the OGs in the restaurant picks up the skillet after he drops it with no issue. And again, so accurate.
Yeah.
That has happened to me. I've tried to grab plates out of the salamander. I'm like, oh my fucking God, I need to go to the hospital. And then, some dude who's working the line is like looking at me like, and is smacking his lips at me. What the fuck? Like, just like this pussy. And I'm like, yeah, I was joking. I'm all good, man.
Hey, give me that plate extra.
Hey, yeah, hand it over, man. Woo! I love working in the kitchen. Hey, nachos coming right up.
Hey, careful with this plate. Other people would say the time.
Some baby back bitch over there couldn't handle this shit, man.
Careful with this plate, customer. Someone else said it was hot as fucking balls.
They said it was so fucking hot. It's a great prank. Shows you that, he's not all that he says he's out.
Yeah, he can't just do everything, but just yeah.
Matter of fact, how much of this movie is him just bullshitting about what he does? He's like, I'm a writer. Everybody's like, I haven't seen you write shit.
Yeah. He's like, I can cook too.
He's like, I'm a cook, dude.
He's like, my father was one of the best cooks in Jersey.
Yeah.
And he goes, and they're like, my father.
Oh, yeah, what is his name? And he goes, he went to a different school.
Yeah. So he goes to a school, you wouldn't know her.
You wouldn't know her. Hey.
What? Yeah. So yeah, he's there to try and get with this girl, but also has run away from home. They make it seem like the two reasons he wants to run away from home is that his mother doesn't love him enough and his father loves him too much.
Honestly, yeah.
So,
shout out to my guy Rich Summer, who was also in Blackberry, plays Tony's dad in this.
The movie plays out in that he is trying to get with this girl. He's lying about everything in his life. He gets really close with one of the guys at the restaurant and then learns that the guy is actually like a serious drug addict. He's like, starts doing cocaine because he can't keep up with the lifestyle of going out and partying and then getting up and going to work every day. Yeah, and the drug use thing was definitely another like nod to the reality without being super blatant and obvious. Yeah,
I had to break that news to someone recently. By the way, like there was like I had mentioned I was like, oh yeah, like when I was working at blank and way back when, all the bartenders like they all do cocaine. And they were like, wait, like my sister like loves that whole area. They do cocaine. I was like, yeah, every bartender I've ever known does cocaine. And she was like, oh my God, I have to break the news to my sister that all of her favorite, and I'm like, hey, it doesn't make them bad people. They just do cocaine. That's just it's very, very prevalent in kitchens and bars and stuff. It's like, and it's like they show it. It's like, because it's like some people just use it as a crutch to like, I can't keep up with the pace. It's very rampant. Which is, I thought it was a good way to get into how it starts to escalate in this.
Yeah, because it goes from, hey, this guy does cocaine to he goes to the pier and there's a guy there who used to work at the restaurant and he ends up buying drugs from him and the drug is heroin. And then the very next thing that we see is that guy shows up to work late, which is a huge no-no. He ends up getting fired after literally fist fighting with the owner, which that was such a sad scene, dude, when he gets punched in the face and he's like, come on. He's like, hit me. He's like, I know you want to hit me back. He's like, I liked you.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God, like I'm going to cry, bro. Like he really gave you so many chances and you know, he was looking out for you. But anyways, so you can tell that this guy's just like a really, like the owner, you know, this Antonio Banderas, like he's just he's a very caring person, and he very much like likes to mentor people and likes to, you know, just like give them a purpose. So when that guy gets fired, then Tony gets promoted from dishwasher to oyster shucker. Doesn't know what he's doing. He ends up stabbing his hand because he doesn't do the thing the way the guy shows him how to do it.
This motif feels very prevalent in a lot of kitchen movies. Is that just me? There's always like, it just feels like there's so many movies where there's a scene of like, oh, wait, shucking an oyster is like really hard.
Is it actually hard?
Because I think this was in Burnt as well.
I never watched it.
Bradley Cooper movie.
The Gordon Ramsay produced Bradley Cooper movie. Would you pay me to work for me?
Whoa, that's deep. That was also Limitless, right? That was the same movie?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the sequel to Limitless.
He said yes. So that's a good improv partner right there.
Yes, and it was a sequel.
Yeah, so this is a whole thing too at the party when he's trying to, bro, why are you pulling out an oyster at a party, bro? Go home. You're such a fucking loser, dude. Everyone's trying to have a good time, and he's like, hey, watch me shuck this oyster. Hey, man, go home.
It's an aphrodisiac.
Someone let one of the unhoused people into the party, man.
Yeah, this guy's shucking an oyster.
Want to see me unshuck an oyster? Okay. Go home, dude.
Go home, buddy.
No, wait. I'm gonna do it.
Wait, no. Let me tell you something.
Okay, Anthony, yeah, call the cops.
So yeah, after he gets promoted to oyster shucker, he gets given even more special tasks within the restaurant, including being the one who fills up the salt shakers from sea salt that they actually took from the sea and cured themselves. And then the ketchup, I know you had a comment about the ketchup scene, so I will remember to tell you that after the rundown, dude. Give me the fucking minute, bro.
Dude, run it down.
I'm running it down. So,
before we... Okay. That was a
so
test.
he learns more about this guy. He learns that this guy was actually a really well-renowned chef, that he had worked in Michelin star restaurants for years, and that he went to the CIA, the Culinary Institute of America, and he finds in one of his books one of these like special recipes. And the girl that he's talking to, he's like, yeah, I've been working at this restaurant. It's really good. This guy's amazing. You know, I'm actually writing a book about him. I mean, I don't work here. I'm writing a fucking book. And so he's like, you should come for dinner on Friday and get the special. And then he finds one of these recipes, and he convinces the chef to make a special that actually sounded good as fuck, by the way. It sounded so fucking good. And
it's a little barbaric, but it sounded really good.
Yeah, because it was just like, it was like a lobster like chopped up and put into like butter with the white wine reduction on shallots, and it was just fucking butter, shallots, wine, and lobster. I was like, fuck, that sounds good.
Yeah.
And then they put cheese on that hoe and they broil it, man. That looked so fucking fire, dude. Mm-hmm. And then they put it on the menu for $10. I was like, I'm gonna fucking kill myself. I was like, do you know how much this special would be? Even, I don't care. Shittiest fucking like dog water restaurant in Cape Cod right now, the fucking soup of the day is $27, like guarantee. Mm-hmm. So, anyways, so yeah, she comes and then she orders that, and then they make it for her. But as Tony is helping make these specials for people, he accidentally sets the kitchen on fire with grease. And then he, not knowing anything about fire safety because he never worked in a restaurant before and he lied about that, tries to put the fire out by throwing water on it, which makes a grease fire worse. So the whole restaurant basically burns down. And he feels really bad about it. And the chef is like, you lied to me. You didn't, you never actually worked in a restaurant. And he calls him out and he's like, He's like, I'm not a chef. I'm a writer. And he goes, you could be anything, but right now you're nothing. He's like, you're not a chef and you're not a writer. You're not cooking in a restaurant and you don't fucking write shit.
Got his ass.
And he really did. I was like, that is actually a bar. It was like one of my favorite lines in the movie.
Yeah, it's maybe the most I connected to the movie.
Yeah. He's like, you are what you do. Right now you're nothing. Mm-hmm. You don't do anything. So yeah, I was like, that's so true. So yeah, he remembers that at one point when he was living with the chef, they show this in the movie, that they go out and they get a bunch of food from the ocean, a bunch of fish from the ocean that are there because of a specific like way that the ocean moves in the tides. Right? I don't remember. They explained it kind of, but it's like, yeah, this is a time, very special time for a very short amount of time that a lot of really good fish is going to be right here on the ocean. So they go and they grab a bunch of that, and when they're having that night, the chef tells them that they used to do oyster bakes.
Clam bakes.
Clam bakes. That's why I said
fake ass fan, dude.
Clam bakes on the beach. and that they used to bring the whole town together and do these clam bakes, and that nobody ever does it anymore. So he's like, you know what? We need. He's like, I need money. I need money to get back home. So he goes and he talks to the drug addict guy, and they try and break into the chef's house and steal his money, but there's nothing there. So he's like, let's do a clam bake. We're going to do a clam bake, and we're going to charge people money, and we'll just steal food from the restaurant and then do a clam bake. But then the drug addict guy starts lying and saying, this is for charity. We're going to rebuild the restaurant that he burnt down if everybody comes to the clam baking. He's like, you probably shouldn't tell people that. He's like, well, hey, who cares? Who gives a fuck? So he starts telling people that, and then guess what? Everyone shows up to the clam bake because they all think it's to fucking rebuild this restaurant that just burnt down. And guess who else shows up? The fucking chef who had, skipped town, and everyone thought. So he shows up, and it just kind of showed like, hey, like this guy, Tony, is starting to find his passion for food. He really loves to cook this food, and he loves to read this recipe and make this food on the beach in this like really specific way that they used to back in the day. And the people who worked at the restaurant all get together again, to help make this clam bake. The girl who he really likes comes to the thing. He's like, yeah, I'm not actually writing. He actually already told her, like, I'm not writing a book, because he confessed to her right before he was about to hit. Fucking punk ass loser who needs to be fucking sorted out. Yeah, fucking loser. Dude walks in, she's butt ass naked. He goes, actually, I've been lying to you this whole time. She's like, I knew it. Get out. I'm like, you fucking loser. Anyways.
Also, fake horny. Fake horny on both of their parts. Because, she's standing there butt ass naked. She's like, Tony, come fuck me, please. And he's like, I lied, actually. I do have a job. I work as a chef, but I'm not as a writer. And she's like, ew, gross. Get out of here.
And yeah.
Come on, bro. Like, fake horny.
Yeah, these are, by the way, 19-year-old kids.
I'm saying, bro. If I'm at that age and I'm like, oh, I'm ready to fuck, and then some girl's like, hey, before we fuck, I lied. About what? I don't work at Goldman Sachs. First of all, that's on me for believing that. But second of all, she goes, I don't work at Goldman Sachs. I work at the Ulta around the corner at the mall. How does that change if I'm fucking? I'm like,
it doesn't at all.
I don't know. I thought it was kind of funny. I was like, really? Yeah. That was okay.
Yeah. And also, buddy, like, you're like, yeah, she'll probably never talk to me again if I tell her I'm lying. I should do that right before I fuck her. Yeah.
And I just felt, I don't know. Maybe my brain is just different than this character. But he's like, I lied. I only came out here because I like you that much. I'm obsessed with you.
Yeah.
And she's like, ew, gross.
Yeah.
I only want a writer. I only want someone who's.
Even though I made fun of you for being a writer every minute we've known each other. I don't know.
It just didn't make sense to me. None of that made sense to me, and that's all I'm saying. Okay, you can move on. Sorry. Yeah. With your rundown.
So she ends up showing up to the bake, and she's like, oh, if you ever come to the school that I'm going to, come and find me. He's like, I already went to come and find you one time, and you fucking...
Yeah, I'm good on that, bro.
Yeah, I'm good on that, you fucking prude. Yeah, you're fucking the pizza guy with the big dick. That was a whole thing.
That is actually what they called him.
They literally call him the pizza guy with the big dick, yeah. So yeah, he ends up keeping the money for the restaurant because, everyone shows up and he's like, okay, I actually feel bad that I was going to steal this money. Fuck it, we're going to do that. And then the movie ends. So the movie starts out, this is the sandwich we were talking about, starts out with him doing the interview for the fellowship. Where he's like, hey, my name is, no one ever calls me Anthony. I'm Tony. And then at the end of the movie, after the chef is like, Tony's a bad name, Anthony's better. And then he goes to interview for the CIA, the Culinary Institute of America. And they're like, and who are you again? He goes, Anthony Bourdain.
My name is Anthony Bourdain. Movie ends. That's the shot from the trailer.
Yeah.
Which was one of my least favorite parts of the trailer. I was like, oh, God, it really is a biopic, huh? You know what I mean?
Yep.
My name is Anthony Bourdain. That's the end of the film. And then you get the classic bullshit biopic.
He ended up writing a book.
Yeah, text on the screen.
He did end up writing a book, but it was about food.
I think they said he married that girl that... Yeah, I don't know. It was just weird. And again, a big part of the biopic thing is like the whole scene of him burning down the restaurant and all that stuff. I was like, this is so dramatized.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I was like, I can't buy into this.
Yeah.
It's like too fake. But whatever, man. That's what I'm saying. Like, the movie just doesn't reach... Like, the movie's over. Rundown's over, by the way. But it's like, that's what, as part of the movie that doesn't reach me is like, it's just so shallow to me. This like, I did a bad thing, but then I learned from the bad thing, and I'm gonna be better now.
Yeah.
Okay. This could have been anyone. This does not have to be Anthony Bourdain. That's why I was like, I don't see why this got made. I don't see why this has to be made.
Yeah. Like, this is not a crazy, interesting story.
Right.
You know, it's really not. And it's like, well, yeah, it's an interesting character in general. You know, it's a interesting character of this guy who knows big words and, you know, is wants to be a writer. And he's just like legitimately like a pathetic loser. Like when he goes to hit on the girl in the bar the first time and he's like, you know the meaning of the word providence? And they all make fun of him. I'm like, yeah, you're a fucking loser.
Yeah, you might as well have a fedora on.
Yeah, dude is carrying around nunchucks.
Yeah, I forgot about that, about his character. He carries around dude. Yeah, this guy is, hello, my lady.
Do you know the meaning of the word providence?
Do you know the meaning of the word providence?
I would definitely date her, but she only likes fucking douchebags and assholes.
She only likes pizza guys with large members, and I will not get any.
She doesn't want a guy with a big braid. She also wants a guy with a big penis.
Big penis, which is very superficial, shallow, and
think about it. It's all women are bitches and whores.
Plus, I would imagine that I'd be very good at sex, because I've read. Because I've read a lot of literature talking about how to please a woman.
Yeah, I'd actually focus on her for once. That's something that a lot of men don't do.
There would be no need for me to even use my dick because I would have already finished before it was time to do that. So, alas, and nevermore, nevertheless, I will move on to my next abode, and I will live there and find a woman of my dreams. You really missed out on this one. Oh, what was that? My name? It's Anthony Bourdain.
Who, me? Yeah, Anthony Bourdain from the Travel Channel.
The Travel Channel. Ever heard of it? Very best-selling novel. Yeah, anyways, if it matters to you, you're probably wondering how I got in this situation.
No reservation needed for me. Why didn't he say that? Why didn't he's like, you should come in on Friday. No reservation.
Look at the camera.
Anybody get it? 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 Keep that. So yeah, I mean, the ketchup scene was a really good subtle nod to this character. Yeah. You want to speak on it? Because I think we have the same idea about this.
Yes, I like the ketchup scene because it's good storytelling. It's nice in its subtlety because it's not done through dialogue or anything like that. It's an action. It is just he tasks Tony with refilling the ketchup bottles, and he
tasks him with cleaning them out.
Sorry. He's like, hey, clean out these ketchup bottles. He's like, can't we just throw some of these away? And he's like, no. These ketchup bottles are the tall glass Heinz ketchup bottles. He cleans them out, and then the chef, there's a whole kind of not montage, but montage-y scene of him making ketchup from scratch and then filling up all the bottles. That is like good, subtle storytelling. That's
like, this guy actually really, really cares about his craft to the point where he makes his ketchup from scratch. He
makes his ketchup from scratch and leaves the Heinz labels on them and doesn't market them as homemade or from scratch.
Right.
It speaks to his integrity and how he sees the world. He doesn't need credit for this. It's just he does it because he cares.
Yeah.
And that's very much against Tony's character. Tony wants all the credit at this point in his life.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm a writer and I have a fellowship and I'm cool as fuck.
He wants everyone to know him and to think that he's cool and to think that he's great and to give him recognition and credit for everything that he hasn't done.
Yeah, exactly. Without doing the work.
Yeah, he wants credit for having he wants people to be impressed by a fellowship he doesn't have, to be interested in a book he's not writing, to be like giving him jobs that he's not qualified for. Like he just wants everything without ever doing any of the work. And then this character is the exact opposite. He is making ketchup from scratch and putting it in a Heinz ketchup bottle.
Yeah. So it's a good scene. It
really is.
It's good filmmaking, good storytelling. It really clicks.
Yeah.
And I do like I love Antonio Banderas.
I love because Anthony Bourdain, Antonio Banderas. Yeah.
I know. AB. Antonio Brown. AB 84, baby.
This character is the most interesting character in the movie. You know, obviously Tony is like the main character, and you know he's kind of he is a character through and through. You know, he's this like punk kid who is just a liar and a loser, and all these things. And then the cool, like, stoic, chef character is really cool. And, like, he has this thing about how he is really, really anal about time. He's like, you never show up late. You never show up late. He's like, if you're 10 minutes, he's like, everyone shows up at 11, you show up actually at 5 or 10:50. You show up at 10:50, and if you're at 11, you're late, and if you're late, you're fired. Period. No stop. No second chance. Fired. So,
which is fucking awful. I would hate to work for someone like that.
Right. I agree. And it's like it's such a chef ego fucking bullshit, whatever. Yeah. But there's like a painting on the wall of this guy, and he's like, yeah, who's this painting of? And he's like, yeah, he was a chef, and he was making a thing for, was it Napoleon or Louis the 14th? One of these, somebody. He's like, I remember
no details.
Making a meal for him. He has this entire meal planned, and it's like this most important, feast of his entire, career. And he's like super, he's like playing every single step of it. And on the day of the feast arrived, or didn't arrive. It was going to arrive a day late. So he killed himself. And Anthony Bourdain is like, why would he do that? He said, because his feast arrived late. Didn't you just hear what obviously I just told you why. He's like, yeah, that's insane. And of course me and Dan are looking at each other and theater going, but yeah, him even like telling this story was just like a really, just like the scenes of him and Anthony together are the best scenes of the movie, in my opinion. Mm. And they are the most biopic-y scenes. They're the most like, oh, see, he's starting to love food. He's starting to enjoy cooking.
Yeah, it's it's a tale as old as time. The kind of mentorship thing. It's very Karate Kid-esque.
Yeah.
Like it hits those same notes where it's a formula that works. So I also think those were some of my favorite sequences of the movie. I don't really care much about I have a crush on this girl, especially just because I'm like, she doesn't seem very nice.
Yeah, she's not very cool. Like, she was very mean to you in the bar. She she just hang out with her friends. They're very cliquey. Like, she just doesn't seem into you,
Yeah, and just move on.
Just move on.
Yeah. I just didn't get much chemistry from them at all, to be honest, even in the movie.
Yeah, it just seemed like he was pining for her for literally just how she looks. I was like, what do you guys having? Right. What about her do you love so much that you want to be with her, despite the fact that she's good looking? And it's like, are you even into it? She's like, well, he's like, she's a photographer. I'm like, that's cool, I guess, but like,
yeah, and I think that is probably, I think a lot of that is our personality because. Look, when I was 18, 19 years old, like he is in this movie, it's like I guess I knew guys like this who just didn't give a fuck about personality and just cared about looks only. But I just was not that way. Like my high school girlfriend, I remember just really falling for her because like I remember one time she showed me her violin. There was something she never showed anyone. She was like, yeah, I play violin. And I was like, what? And I was like, that is so hot. Like, I just thought, like, I was like, she plays music. And then she listened to Smashing Pumpkins and Deftones. And I was like, what? And then she drove stick. Like, there was so...
Stick.
I got a new stick. There was like, the more and more I found out about her personality and the way that she was so... All of these little character traits about her were... what sort of drew me to her. I'm like, man, I'm really falling for her. She did like all this stuff that I just thought was so attractive. And none of it had to do with her looks. You know what I'm saying?
And well, the thing too is that when I was like 18, 19, like 17, 18 years old, when I was before Taylor, I was like completely over like giving attention to girls who were clearly not into me. Like if I like started talking to a girl and she's like, it's like she was not flirtatious at all. She didn't give any indication that she was like attracted to me. I was like, yeah, I don't have any interest in this. Like, and I was like, in my younger days, I would have just kept pining and trying to convince her to like me. And by that time, I was like, yeah, I'm not going to convince anyone to like me who doesn't like me. I'm just not going to spend time with people who don't want to spend time with me.
Right.
And then I met Taylor, and Taylor was like, oh, I really like you, and I want to spend all my time with you. I was like, great. That's exactly what I want and what would make me feel good instead of like,
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, but I was like, I had done so much in my earlier life, my early teens, like, getting rejected by somebody and just allowing them to reject me over and over and over and over again and continuing to put myself out there for the exact same person. And then, yeah, by that time in my life, like for him, when she was like, yeah, no thanks in the bar, I would be like, all right, cool. I'm never going to talk to you again then.
Yeah.
Like you clearly don't like me. I'm not going to chase you and you don't like me. So I didn't relate to it either.
Yeah.
I was like, as soon as I see she has a boyfriend, I'm like, all right, cool. Yeah, she didn't want to talk to me. She's dating this guy.
Yeah, I mean, hey, to each their own.
I guess it worked out for them.
I guess it worked out. They got married forever. I don't know what else to say. When I say that it's very forgettable, it's very middle of the road, so is the discussion around it. I just like, what else is there to say?
Yeah, and it's funny because I'm seeing so much promotion for this movie, you know?
Yeah.
And there's just not much about it that's even been interesting, you know? And they're like, instead of doing an entire life, they're just doing one summer of his life. And I'm like, yeah, I know. And it's all right. It's cool.
It's all right.
I'm not going to own. This is going to be my first Matt Johnson movie this year that I won't own.
That is correct. So, yeah, I really don't have much more to say about it. It was middle of the road. It was fine.
I think that my favorite part of this movie was the ketchup scene. My least favorite part of this movie were just the number of needle drops where I was like, oh my, like we get it, copyright music in every scene starts with a new copyrighted song. Now it was so annoying to me, and it was like I was like, hey, I don't like music from the 70s. I really don't. So this is just annoying. It's just we get it. 70s needle drop, 70s needle drop, 70s song. Mm-hmm. Woo! Can we do a more creative transition into a new scene?
That scene where they're like riding bikes to go see Jaws at the drive-in. 70s,
the movie. Yeah. So yeah, it was just like it just felt like such a cop out for the flow of the movie.
For sure.
Whereas like instead of like transitions naturally into other scenes and like making a good flowing story, they're just like, oh, just do another needle drop and we're just cutting to the next sequence. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, that did happen a lot in this movie. You're right. Yeah, my least favorite part of the movie, I remember really starting to lose steam around right after he burns down the restaurant to the rest, like the whole, to the very end.
Yeah.
I was really uninterested. Like, just straight up. I was like, okay. Yeah, I had no interest in where the story went after he burns down the restaurant. I started really losing steam, and I was like, oh, I really want this movie to be over, which you shouldn't be thinking in any movie, you know?
Yeah.
And then, yeah, my favorite part of the movie, I mean, it's probably that dynamic. I will say, too, I did have a lot of fun with, like, the scenes of just the entire kitchen staff interacting, even at the little dinners that they have and stuff. I liked the camaraderie in that kitchen a lot. Yeah. I thought it was fun.
Yeah, I mean, Stavros' shot where he's like, yeah, this is Flacco trying to masturbate. He pulls out a lobster claw and he's like shaking his dick with a tiny little lobster claw.
Yeah.
And then when Tony finally claps back at him, he's like, yeah, your mother called me Flacco last night. And he's like, you motherfucker, I'll fucking kill you. Yeah. It's just like they have like scene after scene after scene of... Because the head chef calls Tony Flacco, and like no one knows what it means. So it's a Portuguese word. No one knows what it means, whatever. And there's just scene after scene of Stavros saying, you know what that means, right? And he like tells him like something really fucked up and like just making fun of him over and over and over again. And then when he finally like claps back at him, he's like, what did you say about my mother, bro? I'll fucking kill you. I was like, yeah, I like that. That was cool. Yeah,
I like the dynamic of it felt like an ensemble type thing that was pretty interesting for the movie.
Yeah. I am landing on a 4.5 for this movie. I know it is mid. It is mid enough that I should call it a 5. But I also feel like I just have no interest in rewatching this movie. Like whatever it is you can get out of this movie, you can get out of it in your first watch through, and you're good.
I was gonna give it a 5. But I'm going to steal yours because you're right. The more I think about it, the more like in my head I get about the score. I'm like, nah, man, because there are some 5s I would absolutely rewatch.
Yeah. Like if I saw it on Netflix and I was bored, I remember
The Menu. Like The Menu is one that I'm like, I would rewatch that.
100%. That's a really good 5. What did we give it? I don't know. Consult the Schmatalog.
Consult the Schmatalog. But yeah, that's, I think 4.5 is right. The only thing that makes it feel bad is because of movies where we've fucked up that we need to re-rank that we've given a 4 that should not be a 4. It's like, no, this is better than that bullshit, but whatever. It's fine. Yeah, this is about a 4.5 to a 5. It's in that area for sure.
That's going to be it for this one.
That's it.
For those of you who do follow everything that we do, we will give the announcement here. We're also going to announce this on the socials, but we are going to be taking a break from streaming for a while. Nothing too serious. We just, want some more time because me and Dan don't work together anymore. like when we stream on Tuesdays, you know, that means I have to be at home to be ready for Taylor. When we stream on Thursdays, yeah, we're gaming together, but we're not spending time together. And then on Sundays, you know, very similar thing. So it's like we want to make sure that we have time for our family, have time for our friends, have time for a lot of stuff in our life. Whereas streaming is as soon, and we've always said this, the second streaming starts to feel like a chore, like it's something we have to do, we're going to take a break from it. Because that's never, ever what we intended for anything that we do, whether it's the podcast, the streaming, any creative venture we have that we feel like it becomes a job or something we have to do and not something we do for fun and for enjoyment and for excitement that we are getting like fulfillment from and from like a creative aspect. Then there's no point in doing it because nobody watches it. We don't make money off of it.
I'm about to say, if we were getting paid, it'd be totally different. I don't care if it feels like a chore. I'll go do that any day.
Exactly.
Instead of working at Long John Silver's.
And yeah, exactly.
And Panda Express for you.
Correct. Yes. Panda for me. I just started at Panda. So don't ask me anything about orange chicken or rice. I don't know. But
this is making me hungry.
And we just did a whole review. Yeah. Anyways.
True.
So yeah, that we're going to be taking a break from streaming for a little bit. So this is going to be the only Wild Dream that you guys get. So feel free to come and get involved in the conversation. Let us know what you thought of this movie. If you went to go see it, let us know what you thought of this episode. If you listened all the way through, we are at Wild Dream Stream on TikTok and Instagram. You can still come and leave comments on YouTube if you want to. Come watch the older streams and leave comments and talk to us on there on at Wild Dream Stream. We're just not going to be going live anytime soon. We don't know how long the break will be, but eventually we're going to feel the itch to want to do it. And then when we want to do it, we'll do it.
There you go.
Yeah. But
until years, who knows? Yeah.
Couple years, couple decades.
Couple decades, and then we're back.
We're back. We're back. Yeah. Until next time, we love you. We kiss you. Good night.